This is looking a little bit dire.
You know, no defensive summoners for life or career.
All right, is the angle, like you were saying. The Gnar is going to push the Gnar back, and he goes down. That is first
Angle
blood.
here.
Yeah, some honey fruit going to get eaten there from Smash, just to keep him healthy in this lane. As Life really wants to get a ward in, but Lucid just going to pull him round, slams him into the wall. There's that wild growth combo we were talking about. The sidestep not quite good enough, but the Impale connects onto both. Enosh is able to arcane shift, but it's only after the fact. And the volley picks it up. Both of them able to tank the turret shot, and DK come alive.
Dplus with a huge win there in the bottom lane. His closer getting some help here. Maybe they could catch ShowMaker, but he ghosts away. And it's a commitment here of the Pantheon.
And he doesn't really feel too excited about it. Doiv now taking some damage as well. In the interim, has to flash to get out of the seismic shove. And Dplus, I thought this was going to be a low damage. Oh, okay. Pop goes the Gnar.
Siwoo didn't flash that one actually either, as it turns out.
I mean, I wouldn't have either. I kind of thought that he had one more ability left in him. As it turns out, the answer is no. It's okay. The Weaver's Wall comes in. The Impale is just going to hold him in position. Seismic Shove throws him around, and Doiv, there's just not a whole lot he can do.
Not follow.
Yeah, hang
Closer.
on. That was a 4 versus 3, wasn't it?
He did not show up because he didn't have his Weaver's Wall yet. He does now, but obviously he didn't take teleport because he's Talia, so he's just going to end up getting like, it looks like about 90% of this turret, and they will also get the dragon. So yes, they get out. Doiv was somehow able to escape there. This time. He almost gets it, as they are going to get this mid turret fully, and it will be the first turret of the game to go over here to Dplus as a punish on Dudu.
Oh dear, Weaver's Wall comes down, and yeah, playing the Silas into Talia just doesn't feel all that fun, does it? That's a solo bolo, actually. Siwoo hadn't touched him in a little while.
Still pretty nice attempt there to turn it into something, I guess, from good old Dudu. But he almost got the kill onto the Gnar, right? Almost able to pull it off. He gets punished. They lose a second turret. And almost just isn't good enough, you know, for DNS, especially with how far behind now their Ryze and Ezreal are. The death of Dudu is the only winning position they have on the map.
This kind of, it just feels like Dplus have more players on the map. Like, it just doesn't feel very fair. The DN Super is just getting stretched too thin, unable to find the answers, and even though Dudu is having a really good game, right? He's 500 gold in the lead. Siwoo just hasn't been able to find any impact.
I thought Closer was the best Silas on this team.
Yeah,
you know?
As it turns out, it's
debatable.
Well, yeah, maybe it's not guaranteed. But I do think that throws him into the wall, just says, no.
Not this time.
I want nothing to do with this. Lucid should be able to take this Drake. I don't think there's going to be any answer.
Let's see
pings out on Doiv on the Raptors.
Let's see what the soul is. I feel like Infernal Soul
in trade of only lives. But, you know, 2 flashes for 1 is all we're really talking about here. It's the flash to get out of the way of the Gnar. That was very nicely done. And unfortunately, DNS unable to get the catch onto the 0-2 Gnar.
They commit so many resources to try to catch that Gnar, and this time he flashes.
Turret as well.
Yeah. I don't think ShowMaker is going to really be contested here. It's pretty low. There's a Ryze coming over, so see how quickly you can clear that. But either way, it's going to be an extra bit of damage onto this turret. As you can see here, the plate will go over, and they're actually rotating. So you know what? I think they will eventually get it. Closer?
Yeah, Closer's just going to walk up. Smash is going to show up, though, and so the flash does have to come on through. Seismic Shove was on cooldown, so unfortunately not going to be there after the arrow. And he will be able to walk away.
And Dplus are just, the macro is good, but I don't even think it's like an advanced macro game. They're just moving as a group here and punishing.
All right, well, so that's why you wear your safety harness, everyone. Make sure that you're all going to be okay. That's all right. Dudu, still the most powerful of this team. Gets himself a wild growth, actually, as he looks to try and get some damage down onto Siwoo, but Siwoo is now in a much better position here in this game. A lot more mobile as well. With his Black Cleaver Trinity Force complete.
It's really hard to say good things about what's going on here for DNS. I don't mean like they're all playing badly. It's 4 to 2 kills at 23 minutes. It's not like they're getting wiped. They're just getting outplayed on the map. And the decisions of where to collapse, where to pinch have not been good. And now Dplus are just going to start this Baron for free with ShowMaker holding the wall here. Can try to deny entry completely, or...
Oh dear, there's a seismic shove, and Career is actually the one that picks up the kill somehow. That's exactly the one that they wanted to take down, though, as now Dplus, with no fear of getting out-smited, and will just be able to take this Baron. Siwoo taking control of this mid lane as well as best he can.
It's a simple equation, right? Dplus know there's no vision. They start the Baron. DNS are aware of it, but someone has to check. But they have the trap there. They use the Baron. That's the question for DNS. Like, what could they have done better in this game state? I think the answer is maybe not get into this game state and have a better early game across the map. Because from here on out, just like game one, there aren't good choices to make.
I think Realm Warp everyone on top of someone. That's probably what you want to do. All right, speaking of pressing some R buttons, it is going to be Doiv making his way in there, looking for Siwoo, whose Naba will be coming back up. And Dudu looking to make his way through. Doesn't land the chains, but gets the Na onto the Na. Down goes the Na.
Yeah, but just like last time, it's going to be at the cost of some map presence here and some structures, as the arrow may stop a back or two.
Yeah, just one. It actually over towards Closer, so he will have that back stopped.
Yeah.
That should guarantee another inhibitor turret, probably this inhibitor in the bottom lane as well. I don't know whether they can get mid-inhib, but with the turret going down, it's as if it's gone. And in fact, they are just able to walk their way over. Life is going to get pulled up and manages to get the charm thanks to Lucid. That was kind of crazy. Now you got mid laners battling on the other side, and Doiv is just going to get wiped out. Flashes have to be employed to get out of the way of the Impale. And Closer running for the hills. Dudu also not able to make his way in, as this Talia pick is really making it so difficult for these flanks to come through from DNS. Still something that Dudu wants to look for here, as ShowMaker wants to get him away from them once again. As Lucid with that big old shield, that's another beat drop to come on through, but Life is so close to dead. There goes Closer, and now the Wild Growth Smash is looking to lock them up. That's a great Wild Growth come through from Dudu though, and he takes down the Ashe. The question is, can he actually do anything else? And the answer is no. As they take him out, Lucid gives him the good old thumbs up. Man, this guy has some feelings today on Summoner's Rift. And Dplus, they will be able to take down their second Nexus of the night. And what a return to form from this team, as they did lose both series last week and came back with a vengeance here today.
Really showcasing the difference in LCK veteranship versus challengers on the rise, right? Because we did see, I mean, ShowMaker is the only one from the old guard. The rest of this team is actually from the same generation. You could say career might be like a little bit younger, but for the most part, almost all of these players here are across the same level of challenges, but the players on Dplus have spent years in the LCK, and the difference is absolutely massive in terms of performance, and not to mention the synergy